It's funny the way you tell a story and everything.
Funny how? What's funny about it?
Just
What?
You talk funny.
You mean, let me understand this, because, maybe it's me. I'm a little fucked up, maybe, but I talk funny how? How do I talk funny? I talk funny like a clown? I amuse you?
Get the fuck out of here, Sharon.
No, we got a show to do, you stuttering prick, ya.
Welcome to We Talk Funny, a weekly hour-long podcast hosted by Sharon Pfeiffer and Joe Rubo, a show that's less about the way they talk and more about what they talk about. WTF, a show about entertainment, celebrity, comedy, culture.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of We Talk Funny podcast. And again, a great show tonight. We're at the beautiful Podcast Junkie Studios in Boca Raton with the main man, Benny, producer extraordinaire, and of course, the most beautiful host in the world, Sharon. And she look how great she looks today. Good to see you, honey.
Thank you.
These
you like my dress?
These weeks seem so long.
Do you like my dress?
Yes.
Shari gave it to me.
Can I talk you out of it?
What a dick.
Meaning put another one on.
What, do you want to borrow it, Joe?
Yes. So what's going on, babe?
I'm going to tell you what's going on. We're going to dive right into it. So, I went out last night.
What else is new? But go on.
What do you mean, what else is new? All right, don't think you're going to switch the seating arrangement this week.
All right.
You don't break my balls, I break your balls.
I'm just getting you back, Mama.
Okay? So I went out last night, and sometimes, Joe, you understand this. When you go out, you feel a certain type of way. You look in the mirror, you go, I look all right. Whatever.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you go out and you're like, damn, I look so cute tonight. Like, you really feel yourself. And then you get in the car, and the light is perfect. You stop at the red light, and you look in, you're facing west with the sunlight hitting you, and you look spectacular. You're like, damn, I got to take a selfie at the light because it's a 3-minute light. So I did. I took a selfie, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm so cute. And I posted it, and I was like, look how cute I am. And then that was it. I just posted. I went to my event, and I never thought about it again because I was like, I'm so cute. And then this morning, I looked at the picture, and the picture's got like this big black shadow.
I think I did comment on the picture.
Everybody commented.
Yeah.
All lovely comments.
Now I'm going to comment.
All lovely comments. Wait. But this picture got so much interaction.
You can't take it down.
I can't take it down. First of all, and what I realized is, and I'm going to do this with every picture from now on, next time I do a selfie, I'm going to black out a tooth. And the time after that, I'm going to put a booger in my nose. And the time after that, I'm going to put a hair sticking up like this.
Good idea.
You know why? Because let me tell you why I got all the views. I got like 4,500 views. Oh, look. I'm going to leave it because everyone's going to click on the video now.
Why?
Because people saw the picture and they went, oh, look. And then they went, what the fuck is on her face?
They went back.
And then they went back and viewed it again.
Or they
and
told
then
they told somebody to go look at it.
They said, go look at it. And they were all zooming in on it. And they were going, oh, Sharon's got a beard. Or, whatever they were doing. But let me tell you something. This picture, this goofy picture from last night that I was just like, oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I don't do a lot of selfies. If you look on all my social media, I don't have a lot of selfies. I have a lot of pictures of me with people.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Seldom do I do selfies.
Yeah, selfies are alonies.
Yeah, because I just don't always look in the mirror and go, whatever. This thing is a black, like a shadow on my face. And this morning I woke up, it had like 5,000 views. I never get 5,000, never get 5,000 views. And I said, I know what it is. So
it's my
the
beard.
Next time, I'm going to put a black tooth. And like I'm telling you. And maybe one day, maybe I will put like a Fu Manchu or something like that. So what do you think?
I'm going to look right
Ben, what do you think?
I thought you looked great.
You didn't notice?
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice?
I'm looking at it right now. I don't know.
You don't see the black?
I mean, I see what you're like a
Oh, yeah, I
shadow,
see it,
like
yeah.
a little tiny. I mean,
It's a big black. It looks like I got punched in the face.
I don't know what you're
Or
talking
like
about.
or like I went to a Botox appointment and
I don't see nothing.
and they messed up. What are you talking about? You don't see anything.
this picture.
Oh, that little.
That black thing?
Oh, you look like you have a little. Yeah, little.
You got a little.
Few chin hairs coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, everyone went like that. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
No, you can't.
I never get fired. I never
notice
get
it.
that kind of
You
interaction.
can't even notice it.
Well, maybe they're looking at my boobies.
Could be.
There you go.
Put one of them up, you'll get a couple million views.
There you go.
So what did you do? No.
500,000 for each one.
All right. Well, I'm not opposed to it. Listen, I'm ready to sell pictures of my feet.
Oh God.
Okay? That's how bad it is.
I hear you.
So what are you going to do to make money?
I'm retired. I was telling.
Are you going to sell pictures of your deck?
Oh, my own. Nobody gets my deck pictures.
How about your dock?
No. That's
Listen, I have a big dock, and your girlfriend loves it.
Oh, God. That's for later. Don't start that shit now. No, I've just been chilling. Hanging out with the granddaughter, my kids.
Yeah? How is she?
She's awesome.
Yeah?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, she's getting big, and I love
Yeah?
it. That's all
Okay.
That's all I think about now.
So I'm pretty excited because we started this podcast in October.
Yes.
As you know, we have been growing and growing and growing. We're getting a lot of traction. We're getting a lot of great feedback. But more importantly than that, we're getting a lot of great guests.
Oh, I'm excited about tonight's.
Yeah, tonight's guest I'm really excited about.
One of my main boys.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk to this person, this man, and we're going to find out all about him. But we have coming on to our YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast channels so many guests. And so for those of you who are watching and listening tonight, just FYI, please, tune in and keep in touch with us and watch who we have coming on to the show. We have some really, really dynamic
We really do.
guests coming on.
I get tremendous feedback. I'm like, where are you guys getting these
Yeah,
people
where are we
from?
getting these people from? They should only know. I stalk them. And then I flash them.
That's it.
But no, it worked.
No.
It worked with our guest tonight.
A very interesting guest, very good guest, and
No, I'm only kidding.
Tonight's going to be
I was
fun.
gonna say you might get some weird signups.
No, I'm only kidding. No, I don't want his wife to beat me up.
Tonight's going to be fun. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's
Come
get
on.
to it. So our guest tonight he's not only a really, really amazing actor, and that's how I met.
right.
He's an amazing actor, and he's worked on some amazing projects that we're going to talk about with some A-listers. You've worked with some A-listers,
Hell yeah.
which is, really fucking cool. But what I like more about this man is that he's a philanthropist.
Yes, he is.
And he gives back to the community. And that's really what he's about. He is deeply rooted in his faith, and that's what he stands on. He loves acting and he loves all that stuff. But I don't think that's what motivates him, and we're going to talk about that. So without further ado, let's bring on our guest for tonight. His name is Bruce Socha, and here we go.
Hey,
go.
Buster. My man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here tonight, and I cannot wait to dive into all things Bruce Socha. And by the way, I have to say, I'm only kidding to your wife about the. That did not happen. Bruce, you and I go a little bit.
Business,
Wait,
it's business.
we go back a little bit. I met you a couple of years ago, and actually, you did a podcast in my home
That's right.
with a mutual friend of ours.
That's right. That's true.
Mike Marino.
That's right. Great
Right?
guy. I love him. I miss him. I'm praying for him. I know he's going through a lot with his health right now. And shout outs to Mike Marino, my boy.
Mike messaged me today because I wrote him to see how he's feeling. And,
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
New Jersey's finest.
Yeah.
Good people right there. But thank you, Joe and Sharon, for having me. I'm really excited when you guys reached out. I said, oh, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm glad I'm here.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. So I can't help but notice your big B.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for, but
I know what it stands for. It stands for strawberry buttholes. Right? That's why you wore it, right?
I thought we were going to skip that today.
No. This is a little one. You were wearing a big B, so we're going to take out a... Wait, we need a
Big butthole?
We need a big B. Hang on. Oh, gosh.
oh, man.
They're all the way down at the
You're
butt.
sticking your fingers in your butthole. What's wrong with you?
That's
You
a
must
little...
get a lot of tips at the bar.
Wait, come on, Ben. Ready? That's a little one too.
And you're slipping.
Man.
It's little. It's a little butt.
It's a little
But
inflamed.
still good.
Oh, Maron. Oh, Maron.
Yeah, God help me.
Listen.
Hey, I didn't get no buttholes in my drink.
You get a lime.
Lime. Okay.
Yeah,
You
gotta
get a
put
lime.
the lime in the coconut. And mix it with-
Oh,
And make
you get
it
the
feel
lime in your
better.
coconut. But anyway, so let's talk about, first of all, I do want to talk about your acting career.
Sure.
And have you always been an actor? Is that something that you've always done?
No, I know.
I mean, I know all the
Not at
answers
all.
already, but
Not at all.
our viewers do not. So,
The funny thing is, I just turned 50 last week.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
happy birthday, Bruce!
I joined the 50 Club, and technically I didn't get into acting, into the industry until I was 40. So I've got, almost 10 years under my belt, and let's call it a midlife crisis, if you will, when I got started. It was a really interesting story.
I want to hear it.
I'll give you the short version because, I get accused of being long-winded, so I'll do my best to keep it concise. I was a, tough kid, blue-collar entrepreneur, started a family young. I had a barbershop business in my 20s. I actually turned it into 12 locations in my home state of Rhode Island.
So you're a barber?
Yeah,
I was,
that.
yeah.
Cosmetologist?
Yeah. It's good people. It's a people business.
yeah.
So somehow, from my mid-20s to almost, my almost 40, I scaled my company into 12 locations. I have, 60 guys at a time working for me in all the different locations, and it was a wild experience. I loved being a man of the people and the community and the whole bit. So, it was a lot of fun, and I took a lot of guys under my wing and mentored and coached. I doubled as a coach for youth sports. I had my kids really young. So my son's 30 now. So you do the math. I had him when I was 19, and my daughter right behind him, an Irish twins. She's 28. So, I had kids really young, coached sports, opened a barbershop, turned it into 12 locations. Got later in life, went through a divorce, was running nightclubs and started getting into the event space where I was doing celebrity events and things like that. So I had a little taste for media. One of my best friends was on NBC's Contender TV show, the boxing show.
Yes,
Right.
sure.
Peter Manfredo Jr., the pride of Providence from my neighborhood. He was the runner-up on the first season. So he was, world famous at the time. So right as I was opening my barbershop, he hit the scene. I flew all around with him and spent time in Hollywood and things like that. So I got a little taste in those endeavors. And then ultimately, like I said, getting closer to 40, I was kind of searching. I was like, man, I'm tired of this business. I lost my passion for it. I was tired of chasing guys for rent money. And, I said, I'm getting too old to be smacking these guys around when they're short on their envelopes. Yeah. I was a young kid, kind of rough and tumble. And, I just started searching, and ultimately, my fiance Leslie, who I'm with now, she started to push me, and she was like, "Hey, you keep saying you want change," and everybody was tagging me on this thing on Facebook. It was an open casting call for Mark Wahlberg in the Boston market, which was an hour north of me, and they were looking for New England tough guys, beards, tattoos, muscles,
Perfect,
blue collar, check. And but I got to be honest, I was like, no way. This is not something I want to do. I wasn't one of those guys that grew up, I want to be an actor. I wanted to win my street fights. And I was a cool guy, tough guy. Like, I kind of grew up, I had to be tough. I was the oldest of 5 kids. Dad died when I was a kid. Kind of rough and tumble. So learning to survive, I never had time for the arts. So what I didn't realize is that it ended up becoming such a beautiful, therapeutic experience for me. So as you can see, somehow, some way, I did go to that open casting call. It's a long, beautiful story there, but I learned really fast that I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I had no business being there. So I had to get an acting coach, and I had to, dive in deep, because I actually, said, what, this is kind of cool. Let me give it a roll. Let me see what I can do. And because I'm an extremist, when I commit to doing something, I have to be the best.
Right.
To clarify, I don't compete with other people. I compete with me.
Yourself.
I'm one of those guys that
Yourself.
I'm always in the mirror, and I'm always reflecting, in a healthy way. How can I be better?
How can I be better?
Yeah. So
exactly.
I say all the time, all I can do is try to be a better version of me today than I was yesterday.
Perfect.
So
I love that.
I got in the game. Really got some opportunities early on. Had no idea that what a blessing it was at the time. It just felt cool. First day they dropped me off on a bus, studio bus to the set. We're in a prison yard, and it's Mark Wahlberg and Post Malone. It ended up being the movie Spencer Confidential.
Good movie.
I'm not in the movie. I was in the movie, but I'm not in the movie.
That happens.
And I learned that right away, which was actually a great lesson in hindsight.
It happens.
I didn't make the cutting room floor, and then it happened again. I was in a Disney movie. My scene was the end of the Disney movie. It was called Godmothered. I'm not in the movie. I'm in the movie. I got a check. I was there, but you didn't make the cutting room floor. So I'm actually grateful for the things that happened early on, right. But simultaneously, I'm getting called to go work with Adrian Brody in New York and driving, through a snowstorm to get there. And it turned out to be a cool, really intense movie, and it sits really nice on my acting reel.
Yeah.
And, I've worked, like you said, Adrian Brody, Rob Lowe, the #1 trending Netflix family movie at the time when it came out. Doggone. It's a really cool family movie.
I remember when you did that.
I saw you in that.
It's actually something I can show the kids, because a lot of the stuff I'm in is
show 'em.
a little too intense.
I met Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Because I worked on that game show, The Floor.
Right.
And he's the host of The Floor.
I'll tell you, he's got one heck of a career. That kid
He's got one heck of a career.
He hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped.
He's a
since the
cutie
80s.
pie.
Yeah, and he looks good in his older age. And he was a gentleman to work with. Adrian Brody was cool.
What's he like?
Adrian Brody for me was a little standoffish, but I hesitate to say anything negative because everyone's perception is in their experience, right? And I've met a lot of people that I've been on set with Adam Sandler and this one and that one, and people will say, "Oh, I heard this one's a jerk or that," and it's like, actually, no, this person was great, and it was so fun and so funny. Maybe your experience, we're humans,
was a different
experience. And I'm very conscious of that because I know I'm human, and I try to be a gentleman to everybody wherever I go. But who knows? Maybe I ruffle some feathers here and there, and I might not know. So there might be somebody pop up now and then and go, "Man, that guy's a jerk."
I will say, Bruce, and I calls it like I sees it. Not one person has ever said a negative thing about you, and I hear everything. No,
well, I appreciate that.
Everybody has a good word, a kind word to say about you, which says a lot about you.
I appreciate that. It feels good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
All I could ever do is, and I give kudos to my mom because, my mom taught me how to be a man, believe it or not. My mom was like, you walk on the street side with a woman, you open the door, all the things about etiquette and being a gentleman, I learned very, very young. And it came from my mother. My dad was a Marine. He passed away early. I had a stepdad and things like that. But I was very close to my mom, and I still am. I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I gotta, like I said, it's she taught me how to be a gentleman and how to always treat women and all people with respect, whether it's the janitor or the CEO. I'm the same guy. I'm not code switching. I might talk funny sometimes if, I can play the role and go different directions, but I don't change who I am at the core, and it's just something I live by. It's one of my principles.
We can relate to that.
100%.
I know you can, and that's why I respect both of you for the time I've spent with each of you individually, and now collectively. I respect you, and I love what you stand for. And you have fun, you enjoy life, and hearing human stories is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Well,
that's how you get experience and learn.
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us, before moving on to what are you working on now, prior to what you're working on now, what has been your favorite project to work on?
Well,
as far as acting goes.
Yeah, that's an easy one. So I have categories to answer that question, but I'll keep it as simple as possible.
No, it's okay.
So my favorite project as an actor to work on to date was and is Gravesend TV series.
Okay.
If anybody's not familiar, it's a 1980s period piece. It's about a young man from Brooklyn, New York's journey through the streets and the treachery and all the things in the 80s in Brooklyn. And for me, I was a kid in the 80s, but I'm playing an adult in the 80s, and it's fun to see and hear the sounds and the beepers and the Cavaricis.
Great time to grow up.
Stevie B and all the things you think about that rings a bell in your head. So when we were filming initially I still lived in, Providence, Rhode Island, and all the New York guys that are on the show, they were down here in Miami filming, and I got the opportunity. William DeMeo, he actually played in a movie that I produced back home right after COVID. So, he kind of returned the favor, said, man, I loved working with you. I have a role for you. The only thing is you got to work as a local, and it's in Miami. And so I was like, you know what? I had a choice to make. And it was the first time in my almost 20-year career at that time as a barbershop owner to actually unplug, leave my clients, leave my staff, and say, you know what? I've been saying I want to change. And, shout out to Willie DeMeo for giving me the opportunity. I kind of had some cool check boxes up to that date, and then that really just gave me the opportunity to work 3-4 days a week for a couple months on a TV show and be in almost every episode of season 2 and work with some of the icons of the genre that we know and love. There's a lot of the guys from Bronx Tale, Sopranos.
Yeah, he's got a loaded cast.
Oh my God, season 3 right now is even 10x of what we did in season 2.
What is your role? What's your role?
So if you go on Amazon Prime and you look up Gravesend series season 2, you'll see me, but without the facial hair. I got the nice 1980s baby face, clean, white.
Because I watched it, just so you know. I'm asking because
for the viewers.
I want the audience. Yeah.
So for me, my role is Mario Ludo. And they actually introduced me as Mario Ludo from Providence, Rhode Island, which is where I'm from. So it's a nice tip of the hat to my boys back home. And ultimately, that decision was made by the director because I could never emulate a Brooklyn accent because I'm from Providence. So I know how to, tweak it a little bit for like commercialized studio level film, but for an indie film that holds on to that grit and authenticity, the smartest move he did was say, you know what, out of all of us, we're all actually from Brooklyn. You sound different. You talk funny. So, so he says, we're going to just introduce your character that I met you in the feds, and that's how you got in my crew. You were from Providence.
Yeah, I saw it. I've watched every episode.
And man, I got to say, it was actually an emotional experience for me as a human being to know that my friends back home already thought, wow, how cool our boy is, doing movies. But now he's on a TV show about something that, a genre that we all know and love. It's very entertaining. And here I am playing one of the main characters. I'm in every episode, essentially. And being stated that I'm from where I'm from, it gave my little small state a little street cred.
I love it.
Yeah, it felt good.
That's nice.
That's smart.
Nice.
That's smart for the because
it made it easier for all of us.
When I did my movie in L.A. back in the '80s, I had a bad New York accent.
Yeah.
And I tried to get rid of it, and it kept coming out. And he goes, listen, we're going to give you a nickname in the movie. And I go, what's that? He goes, the Big Apple.
Yeah.
So,
so you play to it. Sometimes you got to play your strength.
And they know. They're smart. They see that, and it works.
Listen, not everybody's Christian Bale or some of these guys that I have nothing but respect for, but they're at a point in their career where they will morph and lose weight, gain weight, do all those wild stretches to do that, and hats off to them. But for me, I'm realistic.
You want to be you.
Well, it's not even that I want to be me. The realism for me is more than likely you're going to cast me to play a version of who I am.
Right.
And it's going to come out, authentic because I've been on the street corners. I've been, in those situations, and it's not a stretch for me to be a tough guy. It's not a stretch for me to be a wise guy, a gangster. All the things that I saw and grew up around, it's, I'm very studied in that world, I guess, from my youth. And, even though I'm a grandfather now and a, OG of sorts, hitting 50, but I would never live that life now, ever in a million years. I love life too much, and some of the guys in the neighborhood that we all looked up to and idolized, spent most of their life in jail or are dead because of that life. So it's not something I glorify at all, but it is fun to shoot guns and do, fight scenes and play my own stunts. That's another thing because I'm a physical guy. Even though I'm getting a little older, I don't think I'll let you throw me off a building or light me on fire, but maybe I'll do the light on fire thing. That does look kind of fun. But for the most part, you get me in a fight scene or a shootout, I have so much fun. My biggest thing is I'm an overgrown middle schooler. I love field trips, which acting gives me tons of field trips. And I just love people. I love to have fun. So if
perfect.
and I love to let's call it play fight. When we're, a movie Mob King.
I was just going to say, you must have
I had so much fun because he gives me the kind of like the co-lead role. I'm playing the main villain, his enemy in the movie, and he's a nice, big, massive guy. So it made it look good for both of us.
Yeah,
that was a battle.
That was like the clash of the titans.
Oh, it was so fun.
It was so great.
It was so fun.
It was so great to watch.
I'm so proud of that movie because I get to kind of, when people say like, hey, what do you do? What movies have you been in? And I've been in a bunch, but that's one of the ones I get to like really show what I can do in that world, in that genre. And fight scenes, shootout scenes, kind of like, Billy Badass stuff. And I had a blast. He treated me like a gentleman. And we actually, funny enough, we both just got cast in a movie recently. We had a couple days on set with Jeremy Piven, Ari Gold from Entourage.
I saw that you
and
posted.
Stephen Bauer from Scarface. So
that had to be fun.
Yeah, it was an indie film out of LA. They flew down and it was really cool because there was like a hybrid group of like 4 different stunt teams. A Miami-based team, a Georgia one, an LA one. There was all these stunt guys because there was so much action. And it's shout out to David A.R. White. David A.R. White has been in Hollywood for a long time. He's made hundreds of movies. He actually created the platform PureFlix. So he had like a faith-based background, and he built hundreds of movies with them, and then ultimately sold his platform to Sony, and now he's back in the indie space. So he kind of heard about me and what I was doing and what I stood for, reached out, and through Juan Bofil, my favorite stunt coordinator.
He's great. Juan is great.
Juan is amazing.
I've worked on projects. I mean, I haven't worked. I haven't worked directly with him. I don't do stunts, but I've worked on projects with that he was involved in.
So
he's a great guy.
Juan championed me to David. We jump on a Zoom. Next thing you know, David loved what I stand for. He said, "Hey man, I read for the main villain role, and I felt so confident that I had it. But then ultimately, Stephen Bauer from Scarface.
Sure.
I mean, that's a tough one. Who do you pick, right? So, I was glad that Stephen got the action, and he got, I got to play one of his. Me and Ciro got to play his like kind of henchman, so to speak. So it was just a fun opportunity to play in the sand and do the thing we love, and it was all shootouts and blood and guts.
That's awesome, and these are iconic. Actors that we know. We know their names.
You know what's the best part? They're just people.
They're just people.
Yeah. We're all just people.
They're regular people.
You guys have all done cool stuff.
Yeah.
We've all done cool stuff.
Stephen Bauer is really cool.
He's
really
super
good
cool.
Guy, yeah.
We're trying to get him on the show.
Yeah, he's not. He'll come out. He'll come out for you. I'll give him a nudge.
Give him a nudge.
When's season 3 of Gravesend going to come out?
So I just caught a little wind earlier today, actually, that I believe sometime in May there's going to be some sort of premiere, and they're going to launch some of the episodes. So I'm not at liberty. I don't really know what exactly, what's public and what's not. But I do know that within the next 2 months that we should see and hear some sort of launch, if you will.
Well, he keeps busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, very busy.
And I'm really proud of him. He's a guy that is nonstop, constantly raising capital, constantly recruiting, higher level, notable actors. So it gives all of us guys that are involved a chance to play on a grand stage, really. Yeah. So just like we said earlier, when you're working with an A-lister or something like that, it boosts your credentials.
Yeah, of course.
How does it feel to work with Shaq? How big is that guy?
So I haven't worked with him personally. I haven't even been on set with him, but I did go to dinner with him at Materano.
I saw that.
Stevie Materano, shout out, the best Italian restaurant.
You got to get him on too.
He's a great. I love Stevie, and so we had a nice dinner pre-season 3. I want to say it was like last year sometime, and Shaq was at the table. And you're right, man. I got a cool picture of me like standing next to him sitting, and we were almost the same height. But yeah, he's a massive guy. And
nobody realizes it.
Yeah, he makes a big guy like me look small. And that's hard to do.
That's amazing.
And the nicest guy.
He's very, very down to earth, super cool. Yeah. I'm really happy and proud that, Willie was able to get him on. And I, from what I'm hearing, he's really excited, and he's opening a lot of additional doors for the show. And we'll see what happens with season 3. I was actually in season 3 less than season 2 because remember, I actually moved here because I had the opportunity to film Gravesend for a few months. First time I unplugged from home, and then simultaneously booked a role with Mob King to do Ciro's movie. So after a span of a few months of being unplugged, I'm looking at Palm Springs saying, what am I doing? I'm going to go back north. Forget about it. Sell everything. Let's
forget about it.
And I brought my family down. We bought a house. We've been down here now for the last 3-4 years. and I love it. I couldn't be happy, especially this time of year.
I couldn't live
So
anywhere
beautiful.
else.
Now listen, before we move forward with
We have to take a
this
break.
talking to you, we just have to do a shout out to one of our sponsors, Deck Masters of South Florida.
Be right back. Let's thank one of our guests, Deck Masters of South Florida.
That's perfect, Joe. And you can call John at Deck Masters, and maybe he can help you with your little problem.
What are you talking about? I don't have any problem.
That's not what I heard. Word on the street is you have a very small deck.
What? My deck is not small. It's fun size.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
My girlfriend loves my deck.
Oh, yeah? Then why is she always coming over and laying on my deck?
What? You have a deck?
Oh, yeah. And it's very big. And your girlfriend? She loves it.
I give up. Give me John's number. I give up.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
I can help you with your problem. I am John, the deck master from South Florida. Damaged deck? No problem. Discolored deck? No problem. Need a new deck? We got you covered. I'm like the deck doctor, only better. Deck Masters of South Florida covers all your deck sizes. Decks, docks, boardwalks, pergolas. We got you covered. Big decks, little decks, no problem. You send me your deck pic, I'll take care of the rest.
Call Deck Masters at 561-255-7921. That's 561-255-7921. We're back.
And we're back.
So we are back with Bruce Socha, and I'm so excited to hear the rest of your story.
How much time you got?
Yeah, no, we have some time. We're gonna have to have you come back.
I'll think about it. Maybe.
We're gonna have to have you come back.
Work something into
next
my
time
contract.
next time you come back, Bruce, you are not allowed to come back without your gorgeous wife.
Oh God, I don't want your ratings to go that high.
No, yeah, she's stunning.
Thank you.
I've never met her.
She was handpicked by the best of them.
I don't. Yeah.
Me.
I don't think I've ever met her.
No kidding.
In person.
She's a sweetheart. She's a doll. I'm very blessed that she puts up with me for as long as she has. It's been almost 10 years, and I have no idea how, because I wasn't always the refined gentleman that I am today.
And she seems very supportive.
That's
the biggest part of it.
I don't know how I get so lucky, because nowadays, as you know, it's tough out there, you know, and you know, but when you have something good, you got to protect it. I've learned to hunker down and be a good boy, and you know, I cherish what I have, and I value what I have at home, and you know, I didn't always live like that. I was a savage when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Why aren't we all, Bruce?
Yeah, I mean.
But that's what I wanted to
Still
ask
am.
you. So when did that?
That's what I want to ask you. Oh, great.
When did that
We're
pivot?
talking about movies.
When did that pivot? When did you have that epiphany? That pivot?
I think it's been a constant evolution of maturity. I think when I hear women say, men don't mature until fill in the blank, and they always pick a number, and I'm like, man, they were kind of right but kind of wrong. It all depends. I feel like it's very hard nowadays for men to navigate properly, you know, between all the distractions and all the things out there. I mean, it's one hell of a discipline for just men in general. I'm not even speaking for myself. I'm saying I speak for all men. I feel like it's tough, man. I mean, everywhere you turn, we're being, you know, things, temptations and, you know, alcohol and this and that. The whole society and culture is all about this party and, you know, I don't know. It's tough, and especially in the entertainment business.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's tough nowadays. Like, people stay together for so long.
Right.
Like when we grew up, our
Sure.
parents were together forever.
Sure.
My grandparents were together forever.
right.
You don't see that anymore.
yeah. So you know, for me anyway, I realize, you know, everybody has their own story and their own lens, right? And I've learned to even go back and reflect on, you know, the mother of my children, things like that. And I know that I wasn't always the best version of me. You know, no matter.
My kid's mother reminds me of that all the time.
Sure, I'm sure. You know, so for me, I realize, you know, I'm not who I was. I'm still me, but I'm a better version.
Yeah, you're more
and it's
mature.
because I'm striving to be better. And, you know, I got married at 20 years old. I had 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I was a kid. You know, my friends are still just out of high school going out partying. I'm doing 2-3 jobs and going home to change diapers. I mean, it was hard. You know, I was really young. But I don't complain. The best thing I did was be a dad. My biggest, proudest accomplishment of my life was being a father and coaching my son's sports and, you know, having my kids on my knee and doing everything I could to chaperone their field trips. And I challenge men out there, dads out there, like, spend as much time with your kids as you can. You know, my kids are adults now, 30. My son has 2 daughters. I'm a grandfather. I have 2 granddaughters.
I'm in the grandpa club.
Yeah,
now
man.
too.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world. Luciana and Angelina is my 2 granddaughters.
Irish names.
Yeah, exactly. very Irish.
So tell us about the charity stuff you're doing.
Yeah, so
The Fix.
Yeah,
right?
the Fix Foundation. It's you know, it's not something that I never even imagined I would be participating in. So about a year ago to probably around this month. So it's been about 12 months. A friend of mine called me and he said, hey man, you know, I had just come off a movie set or whatever I was doing, super excited and pumped up. And he said, hey man, I got to ask you something. Would you come to Honduras on a mission trip? I said, sure, why not? When do we go? And he goes, wait, you don't have any questions? I go, I'm sure I'll figure out some questions, but right now, I'm in.
A field trip.
Yeah,
A field trip.
Another experience along the way. So, you know, ultimately I went to like an orientation and learned what it was about. And I tell you, I was flooded with emotions before the plane left the ground. And I just felt like I was somehow in alignment with my greater purpose. And literally before we even got there. So then we went with a group called Food for the Poor. They're an amazing organization out of South Florida, and they service 15 Latin American countries plus Haiti and Jamaica. So, you know, they do sustainable activities. They build, you know, villages and schools and orphanages, and they teach the people how to farm and make money and open bodegas and all the things to like get them out of poverty. So ultimately, I went as like a dignitary, right, a VIP guest. And it was an unbelievable experience for me that changed my life forever. And when I say that, I say it with so much conviction because I realize I now have a social responsibility to give back to, you know, the community, the state, the country, the other countries. Like, you know, when I saw the kids in extreme poverty with a beautiful smile on their face, without an iPad or an iPhone like this.
Right.
And they had none of that stuff, but they were so happy. And they would hug you and say, God bless you. And they were the people and the children, the most poverty-stricken place, but they were so passionate about their faith that I felt guilty. I was ashamed. I realized that. Who am I to not boldly declare my faith using my platform of all these fans and thousands of people that kind of look to me and admire me and respect? Like, what's the next movie? What's he doing next? What's he up to? What cool car is he driving? Like, oh, he's dresses nice and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff doesn't matter.
I was just going to say, none of that means anything.
It doesn't mean a thing.
Doesn't mean anything.
You know what? It means something for me, and I'm realizing my bigger calling on my purpose is to champion the groups that already exist that go out and help people. Like, there's nonprofit organizations out there that sacrifice their time to go out and either internationally or even stateside, right? We're championing. We're not a one-trick pony or one lane. So we're working with DDS for Vets. It's a veteran charity for, you know, United States military veterans combating PTSD. We just had their gala event, 500 dignitaries, Pentagon brass, a lot of former military from all different branches, and some political figureheads came out and all that. And what I'm realizing is, and again, another one, I just signed a contract and went through the diligence to be a mentor for the Children's Home Society of Palm Beaches. I live in Palm Beach. What that is they have a program that's independently funded by donors. They go out and challenge business leaders in the community to mentor a young man or a young woman, to give them an hour a week of time. How's your day going? What's going on in your world? There's a lot of kids in the foster system. So a lot of these groups that, you know, me driving around in my cool cars and Escalades and all the convertibles and all these things, that's all good and great. I'm not knocking that. But who am I to not take a little time to sign up? And also, because of who I am and people listening, who am I to not challenge my peer group to do the same?
Right.
They'll follow you, right?
Yeah, so I have a handful of guys already like, oh my God, all I had to do was say that I'm doing it, and guys are like, I want to do it, sign me up.
How do I get involved?
Right. So what's happening is what we're doing, the Fix Foundation, really what we stand for is as it's evolving into like an awareness banner. It's almost like a nonprofit for hire where we essentially will go out and advocate for your nonprofit and champion. We'll attend your event. I have a publicist. I have all the things that, you know, make the opportunity expansive, right? I can scale and grow your nonprofit by me personally, but also through the resources that I have at my fingertips because of my ecosystem. So I kind of, one of my taglines is we bridge the gap between the ultra wealthy and the underserved, whether it's locally, you know, statewide, domestically, internationally. So there's a handful of groups we're already championing, we're already participating in their events, we're sponsoring, you know, doing all the things and putting a voice to what they're doing. Because, you know, maybe I'm that cool guy that does the cool movies and all that, but what does it all matter if I'm not using my superpower to go out and help? And that's what I got from Honduras, and that's why I started the Fix Foundation.
But if I can say, what I think is really super cool, and not to sound cliche, is you're making it cool to do what you're doing. Okay?
I'm excited.
You're making
I want to do it now.
No,
wait. I think the pizza.
You know
I think the pizza's
saying,
here.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Pizza's here.
Wait, but I have to forget about the pizza for a second because this is a little bit more important.
Sure.
You're making philanthropy, generosity, charity cool because you're a cool
100%.
guy.
Thank you.
Generally, that's
Yes, you're right.
not, and I don't mean I don't know if I'm even saying it.
I think we all
But
got
like,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
Just by you speaking about it, it's like
Just
how do I get involved in this?
Talking about
you know?
it, and you know, you're a cool guy, and like you said, you know, you pull up in your car or whatever it is, but like you're a cool guy, and like young people will see you and what you're doing and go like, I want to do that. Because generally speaking, and I don't mean this is not going to come out right, but you know I talk funny.
You talk funny.
So generally speaking, when it comes to charity events, it's people.
I agree. I can help you put words to it.
Thank you.
As soon as I felt the vision and I felt that I needed to do this, the very first night, and I'm not afraid to say it, I had this fleeting thought, oh my God wants me to go do charity work. Does that mean I'm going to be poor? Does that mean I'm going to stop chasing the bag and chasing the movies and the business ventures that I'm involved in? All those things that, because in my mind, just like you and everybody else, I had this kind of category of, you know, what I thought and saw as success and wealth and fame and all the things, right? The cars, all the stuff. And then I saw like people that do that were kind of a little more square and they're not fun and they're boring and they have
hoity-toity.
Well, not even hoity-toity, but like the corny shoes.
That's what I mean. The corny shoes,
like goofy.
The uppity.
But that's why it's more important. It's even more important for people like me and people like us to kind of put a voice to those campaigns.
I'm sorry, I'm moving away from my mic. But that's what I mean. Because you're making it cool. And if you can take something like that's so important, and make it cool, where more people want to regular people will go, well, excuse me, I got to say it. He's fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
It happens a lot. I get a lot of messages. You know, you'll see me on social media, and I'm not the best content creator at all. I'm not a kid. But what I do put out is, you know, me on the movie, me over here, this event, whatever.
You put some good stuff
But then in between, it's me putting like a faith-based message or like, you know, generosity.
But it's so authentic.
But I feel like I use the word social responsibility.
Social responsibility.
I've been blessed with opportunities, and those opportunities have led to more and more opportunities, and, you know, whether it's, you know, we call fame or whatever, success. So who am I to not give back in reciprocation, and also to boldly declare my faith? I found a lot of folks that are like, yeah, I believe like you, but I never was outward about it. That's crazy.
But can I say that I don't feel like you're doing it for a tax write-off?
No, and that's the thing.
You understand what I'm saying?
There is some benefits there. So
I know that.
You're right, because some
we
of
all
my
know that.
high net worth guys, they're already allocating funds for some charitable giving to offset their books, right? Why not put it to something that has more impact? And I'm working with some groups right now that champion anti-waste, fraud, and abuse in the philanthropy space. So I said, let's go. We're going to work together, because the last thing I want to do is pull up in my yellow Lamborghini and people go, oh, it's because he does that. Charity. No.
Right.
There's a nice line there where we're going to do everything we can to be fully transparent and show we're actually doing more than a lot of other groups, because we're championing groups that exist.
Right.
And we're saying, we love what you're doing. We're going to help pump you up and scale and grow.
I love
we're
it.
scaling and growing other nonprofits.
I love it. All this talk is making me hungry. Our pizza got delivered from How You Doin' Pizza.
How you doing?
So we're all going to eat right now. Let me fix my hair. We're all going to have a slice of pizza, and we're going to continue this conversation.
Speaking my language.
So, thank you, Tony. Can we move that mic so that we can show the box of pizza? Let's move the mic, Tony. Tony, let's move the mic.
You know what? You had me at pizza. How you doing? I got to go visit these guys. Are they local here in Boca?
They're right on Palmetto Park Road. I'm going to tell you all about How You Doin'. You ready, Bruce?
How you doing?
Yeah, wait.
So,
I love
How You
pizza.
Doin' Pizza is, wait, let's fix the hair. Big hair don't care.
There
You
you
can
go.
stare at my big hair. So How You Doin' is a family-owned, I'm not going to say chain, but they have a number of locations.
God bless them. Good for them.
So their crust is sourdough, and it's fermented for 8 days.
Wow. Come on.
Everything is homemade.
I love sourdough.
See this?
Oh, yeah.
What is this, sausage?
That's a lot of love.
Everything is flown in, right? Fresh from Chicago and various other locations. The tomatoes are flown in from New Jersey.
It's a lot of flavor.
The mozzarella, does it have a kick? Does it have a kick
Oh,
today?
yeah.
It's got the hot peppers on.
Listen, there's nothing like good pizza, because there's pizza everywhere. But there's a difference between pizza and good pizza.
100%.
It's very rare to find. This is really good pizza.
They have a
Shout out, how you doing?
How You Doin'? 2 locations in Boca, one on Palmetto Park Road, one on Federal Highway. They have one in Boynton Beach.
Nice.
One is coming to Coral Springs.
Wow.
And they have one in Las Vegas. I was there for the grand opening.
Oh, so cool.
It's good, right, Bruce?
That's really good. I'm enjoying
Nice
it.
taste.
Yeah, I can't wait to go by and visit one of their locations.
Make sure you wash it down with a sip of the St. James iced tea, which is also one of our sponsors, St. James iced tea, which is the most delicious iced tea you could ever have.
It's delicious.
It's sugar-free, delicious, and you wouldn't know it.
I like the
Would you
name.
know? Would you know
St.
that?
James.
Would you know that that's sugar-free?
No.
It's so delicious, and it's tasty, tasty,
It's
tasty.
organic.
Yes, organic and delicious.
Beautiful.
Wow, I'm getting spoiled over here. Can we extend the next hour and just keep eating pizza
That's why people come back.
and having some St. James? Listen, just tell the guy I need a few cases in my trunk on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Couple of pizza boxes.
Listen, we can hook you up.
Now
We
you're
will
talking.
hook you up.
Now you're talking.
Yeah,
I know a guy.
we got a guy.
You got a guy for that?
We got a guy. Oh my God, that's so good.
I got the shirt, Sharon. Joe, I got the shirt. It says, I got a guy. I love wearing that shirt. People
great,
go, I love the shirt.
The peppers are so delicious.
So what are you working on right now? What are you doing right now?
I'm glad you asked. I got a couple really cool things hot off the press just today, really. So today I showed you outside. I actually just got poked from my Boston agency, and they said, we need you to read for this, pilot. So I can't give away any of the. I signed a really strict NDA, but there's a cool project coming to the Boston market, and they want me to read for a character that's right in my wheelhouse, and I already kind of breezed over it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna crush this. So we'll see how that goes. But more importantly, I am flying out to California on Friday. Now, TSA and all the airports, I don't know how that's going to go. I know that I'm flying at like 6:45 a.m. out of Fort Lauderdale Friday. All I can hope is that if I get there 3, 4 in the morning,
You'll be all right.
I get on the plane. Because I think because it's early enough that it won't be, I mean, who knows? I've been seeing a lot of craziness on the online, but
It's getting a little better now.
I'm flying out there because I just was awarded the lead role in a psychological thriller by a beautiful director named Min Collins. He came out to LA a few months ago. We had the movie premiere for a movie that still hasn't hit the public. It's called Winter Set. Min's down here.
Right.
Well, he's in
I know
LA.
Min.
Yeah, but he has the Hollywood Film Festival, I believe, down here, Hollywood, Florida Film Festival. So he came out and saw me on screen as, you know, a part of an ensemble cast, a movie that hasn't hit the streets yet, but it's called Winter Set. I'm really proud. Another great movie. And Min, I invited him because the premiere was in LA. I invited him to come out and see me on the big screen where the Hollywood insiders filled the room. And Min was, you know, very impressed with my work. And, you know, we kind of stuck around in LA for a few days. And he said, man, I'm so impressed that I want you to be the lead in my next movie.
Oh, my God.
And he said, what kind of movie is on your bucket list? I said, I want to do a psychological thriller. I don't want to do the gangster stuff. Right. I want to do something intense where I can, but it also gives me the opportunity to show like each side of what I can do.
Right.
You know, I've studied Lee Strasberg method acting, and I feel like that has given me a competitive advantage, you know, between the authentic lifestyle experiences I've had, and, you know, because I think the acting has a lot to do with human experience, but also with the Strasberg method has helped me a lot along the way to utilize all my 5 senses, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, you know, the goal is to go out this weekend in Sacramento. We're having like a black tie gala event with all the investors and Hollywood insiders in the room, and they want me to come out and kind of show me off, which feels good. It's validating, right? Come out and let's show why we picked you.
You're a star.
Well, we're almost there.
No, you're a star.
We're getting there.
You're a star, baby.
I appreciate it. But
we should get his autograph.
So, yeah, Friday to Monday is going to be a long weekend, intense. Gala event. They're bringing us on a Napa Valley wine tour where I'm out there.
Wow.
I said, you had me on hello, I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a really cool experience. And, you know, like I said, God willing, the flight patterns are okay. I mean, between LaGuardia with the ambulance accident, that was terrible.
That was crazy.
God,
yeah.
That's heartbreaking. And it could happen to any of us. I mean, I travel extensively, so you know, I can't say the thought doesn't cross my mind sometimes when you're, you know, in the hustle and bustle.
Well, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we're excited for your career.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited about what you're doing with the Fix Foundation. And we would love to get more information on that.
Sure.
And maybe become more involved with that.
I really appreciate that, because that's what it's all about. Me kind of partnering with my friends that have an outreach, that have, you know, following, viewers, whatever, to say, hey, you know, the next event we have, buy a ticket, get a sponsorship, or hey, we're going to champion, you know, right now I'm championing my friend. She's campaigning for Blood Cancer United, and she's a beautiful girl that, you know, had blood cancer at 22 and almost died, and Blood Cancer United was there to give her support. So she kind of came to me and said, hey, would you help me champion this campaign? They're having a beautiful event. I think it's May 8th at the Pelican Club in Jupiter. But leading up to that, they're raising funds and, you know, doing, you know, typical fundraising for a nonprofit. So I went out to the Polo Club, you know, on Sunday, and we did some interviews with her, and we're chopping that up right now. We're going to post it and kind of give people a hyperlink to drive traffic on her behalf. Hey, if you're my friend and my fan and my follower, match me, right? Let's go out and help these causes that need our help, our voice.
Well, this has been the fastest 50 minutes
did I tell you, Bruce,
ever.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yep.
And we are so grateful to have you here in the studio.
Well, thank you.
We extend the invitation for you to come back.
Anytime.
Please bring your partner in crime.
Of course. Is there going to be more pizza?
Oh,
always.
We'll get extra for you.
Always. And whatever flavor you like.
Now you're talking.
We'll give you a menu. But please come back. Please be our guest.
Of course.
We are so happy to have you here. And,
Thank you, Bruce.
And we're grateful to you. But
Thank
thank
you,
you.
guys.
Thank you, everybody who's watching. Thank you, viewers.
And please subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, you know, do all the comment, everything. And
we talk
love
funny,
you.
baby.
We talk funny. Yeah, baby.
Good night. What the fuck? That's it?
Yeah, Joe. That's it. Until next week, when we have another fantabulous episode of the We Talk Funny podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our show and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform at We Talk Funny. See you next Tuesday.
C-U-N-T.